Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. Hopefully, everyone is recovered from the Easter buffets. I barely am. Had a slow time waking up this morning. I think I was, still full. We had, I think, way too many desserts, Ramon. They shouldn't pull that on me. How was your day?
That sounds delightful. We kind of copped out a little bit and I went for the Popeyes Easter meal.
There
Uh,
you go.
yeah, well, we were watching the Masters. I mean, we weren't going to leave the Masters coverage. John Rahm,
Got
pretty
yourself a
dominant.
winner, Ramon. Got yourself a winner.
Well, we gave out two long shots in the Discord, but we might have talked about it some, and you knew my plays before the tournament, and I'm not going to go back and say we had this and that, but told you that we'd be on. And again, I mean, if anybody, we don't talk much golf on this show, but every time we've had over the last, at least this season so far, I've talked about how Rahm seems to really be above the field right now, and he proved that. Brooks Koepka didn't look too hot there with his round yesterday. And how about Phil Mickelson, third place? I mean, look, it was sad to see what we talked a little bit about Tiger, the way he was limping off the course, but I'm not going to put them in the same category. I'll put them in the same like age group type of thing, that era of golfer. But Phil is another guy that at his age right now, at least for a few more years, he could roll out and, you know, turn in a great performance at Augusta. Whether he could do that at any other long course in the world, major championships, I'm not sure. But at Augusta, I think Phil, having been around there enough times, having had the success, he probably could. I don't know about winning. I mean, he still finished a good, what was it, 6 strokes back or so yesterday, maybe 7, but finished third. Surprisingly, in a way, didn't just a maybe a little bit in, he'd made his move and was near the leaders there. So great job by Phil. You know, I don't know. Maybe Phil has had his problem. One thing we can appreciate about Phil, loves a good bet.
Right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hahne. I'm Ramon Scott, coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world. Hello to the chat. It said 0. Mindy, when I first heard, I think the thing was not working there for a minute. We got over in here right now. I was like, should we go back and start over?
Right.
But I already saw everybody already in the chat. Hello, everybody. Let's say hello.
8 likes, though. 8 likes. Get in there, you guys. Get the likes going.
Well, I don't know. It's always something talked about, and I'm not pressuring anybody. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they don't like it.
Different pages. You gotta
I like
toggle back and forth. That's why.
Sure. I like when they had the thumbs down that you could see the tallies. You can't see the tally anymore for thumbs down. We can see it, and we know who it is too. We know who's hitting thumbs down. So don't do it. Hi, everybody. Great to have you off Sunday's action. And let's see what everyone's talking about so far today as we get ready to roll for, well, it's our last day of the week. We'll be off tomorrow from the morning steam, but the NBA won't. They're going to be in action with, finally got that over with. Somehow I pulled off a 3-0 in premiums in NBA yesterday. Curtis was opening the doors today. Curtis ready to roll. Blake is here. Ziggy's here. Talking about those overs. That's what I did. I took 3 overs for my premiums. The overs I gave out on the show were just kind of mediocre. But save the best. So, that's what we do, Mindy.
Right.
Don't want to give any secrets away. We save the best for our premium picks. TJ Harvey here today. Joining us from, he might be logged. Yeah, he's joining. I think he's on both of our channel, both of the feeds.
Yeah, he goes back and forth.
Okay. Hey, welcome to Lazzy Love.
Good morning.
That's what he said. Good morning. Well, Team Stream. We know it was a typo there. We know he knows, but Um, Obviously, he's a regular visitor of ours because he knows Team Steam. And thank you for commenting today, Lazzy. Maybe some picks from you. How about it? Butterscotch here today, ready to get some winners. Everyone's ready. And Blake says he loves Phil. So amazing. Phil didn't, Phil could have easily, I remember I said I think it was on our show, Phil could have kept Billy Walters probably out of jail, but nope, sent the world's greatest sports gambler right to jail. And Butterscotch says the Padres are, Mindy, you comment, you texted me, I think, or they were, no, what it was, they were commenting in the Discord about Lugo, about your analysis on Lugo yesterday. Tell me about Lugo. I mean, I'm trying. As Padre fans, we're happy to get a performance like that. We don't know what we got maybe with Lugo, but boy, if we could get something like that, he looked pretty good.
Well, I mean, it's a guy that can throw really hard and he can also change it up. And, I just think it's one of those that if you can consistently, strike guys out as well and not put, folks on base. And I know that sounds like, very, how do you say, mundane or whatever. I mean, that's like the name of the game, but it's harder than, people think of these professional, pitchers. You can't just blow it by. You got to have movement. That from Hunter Green. He can put it up there. Same thing with Otani. Those guys that throw really hard have to be really good. They have to throw to the black corners of the plate. That's just kind of how it works. But I like this guy. I like the movement. And again, versus the opposing team, he was just one of those like it's a team you would like to pitch against.
Braves still atop the division there, 6-4. We'll talk about some of these teams. We'll talk about the best team, the Rays. The Brewers also looking good. CC, hello. Alan Smetana, hello. Thomas, thank you so much. Mindy, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see what Thomas is talking about. Take a look at the handicapper leaderboards over at Tony'sPicks.com, where I had a 5-1 day yesterday. And how about our morning steam team? Good job, everybody. 8-4 for you, Mindy, and I, and the chat.
Hooray! We
Plus
did it.
355. Probably 13 winners. He was heavy on that card yesterday with that final day of the NBA. Some people liked it. Some people didn't. Most people didn't, but we're done with the regular season now. Here's a VIP account. 4 winners and Ben Ruhala. They threw in an underdog in there to be in the profit. Take a look for the last 7 days. I'm on top, 759, but Ralph Raymond right there with a much stronger percentage than I must say, plus 741. Sean Dinwiddie as well. Also a strong winning percentage, plus 433. Collins, the VIP account. Tiffany's up there, and shout out Tim Irwin for the $1, but that's okay. Keep working.
Gotta start somewhere.
We'll get it. Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. I'm up there plus nearly 3,000 units over the last 30 days. Hollywood Sam, strong winning percentage, plus 1,800 units. Collins Brown up there, as well as Ralph and Tiffany. But I'm up there back to Mr. 6,000.
You did it.
Mindy, I'm not, I'll, keep quiet if I'm not winning. But brag a little bit here. We'll try to sell our picks a little bit here over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That saves you 20% off all of our premium pick packages, including mine and Mindy's and those of the morning steam. So check a look at our handicapper leaderboard, see who's hot, and get signed up. Packages for this week, including Sam. He's got a guaranteed pick in the NHL game tonight between the Wild and the Blackhawks. You can pick up all of our weekly 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, and yearly packages. Ben's got a 3-pack in Major League Baseball today. Daniel also 3-pack in baseball. Among other picks today, Nick's got a 3-pack in the MLB as well. So
Cool.
check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Click on the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice. click on their handicapper profile page and get signed up. All right. It's Monday here, Mindy, for us. That's Major League Baseball. There's hockey action. We'll be taking tomorrow. Tuesday's our dark day, but we still have one more day here to get some winners going with Team Steam. Let's say hello to a few more people before we get started. Let me take a look. Do we have anybody else joining us? Yeah, well, we'll be in there. I might leave you with a couple of picks here, Scotch, for those NBA games at the end for tomorrow. We won't do a preview, I don't think, but I've handicapped it a little bit, and I feel at least confident for maybe a couple of plays here on the show, and maybe save those premiums. Matt D here today, ready to roll. Demetrius Crandall also here, and no doubt. Butterscotch talking about Lugo, the Rays. When will it end, Mindy? You think?
I don't know. I don't want to be the one to forecast it either.
Playing a tough team today, so we'll see what we do. Matt D says new rules for NBA. Elaborate further on that, Matt. What for on-court play or playoffs? Or would you know, Mindy? Is there any controversy? Ziggy said Odell ODB signed with the Ravens. That's the biggest. Great job, Ziggy, bringing us some news of that. But who thinks that ODB really is going to be an impact, Mindy? I don't. I think it's over. I think it's been over for Beckham. I mean,
well, I didn't see that he went to the Ravens. I was just trying to find that.
That's a good job. I did see it, and Ziggy bringing us that news, but I don't see it. I don't see. I look at him.
Is it not important enough to give me a? I think I just found it. That was yesterday, huh?
I mean,
Bill Beckham agrees to 1-year deal worth $18 million with the Ravens. Okay.
Oh God, what a robbery! Wow.
Right. Yeah,
I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, I know they were talking about the Raider fans were outside the basketball game begging him to come to the Raiders. And what have you done for me lately? I don't know. Does he just come? I mean,
well, he comes with a whole bunch of baggage too. A lot of controversy, a lot of off-field stuff too. That who knows if that will end. It seems like it's been a thing that continues. So.
And does Alan say they should trade Lamar because now you can get the most? He's at least there's still some value left in Lamar, and maybe his production has ended. To me, the Ravens haven't had the weaponry maybe that a top elite quarterback would need. So I think was a challenge a little bit. Obviously missed a lot of time with injury. So all right. Yeah, Butterscotch says we got to start laying more runs with the Rays, but now we're back to playing some big names, right, with the Red Sox. So maybe that streak will change. If they can sweep these Red Sox, how about that? That would be something.
Right.
Okay. Thomas talking about Pepsi. I got one here next to me at 6:30 in the morning. That was out of nowhere, Tom, unless I'm not making the All right, let's get started. Thanks everybody. Great comments. Great to have everyone here today. Do our rapid fire picks and see what you guys have today. Let's see if we can get another winning day here on the morning steam. All right.
Parlaying the Rays and UConn. All right, let's do it.
Wait a minute.
Definite TJ bet.
UConn baseball, or am I missing it? I feel like I'm missing something here. I thought we were going to have some college baseball available to.
It was in there sometimes.
It is, but they don't. The lines aren't populating. They're just empty. You go in there, it's empty.
I didn't look. Okay.
I guess I'll have to wait. I'm sure it'll be in there in the World Series, maybe. But I was ready to crush it.
Yeah, who's coming to Omaha for the World Series? Who's doing it? I was thinking about taking off today to go watch the Cubs and Mariners play tomorrow in Chicago. Do you think I should do it?
Wow, of course. How about and today I see afternoon game there or evening game in Chicago today. All right, let's read a few more comments here. All right. Let's get rolling. Thomas couldn't find the XFL yesterday on TV or line or betting lines. Thomas couldn't. Nobody was. Your books weren't posting them. I take it.
Mm.
Jason, the controversy currently going on.
Yeah, that's pretty
With
wild.
yeah. Well, again, I mean it was just a bizarre sequence to see them you know basically losing that lead like it did. So we'll see if anything comes of that.
Yeah, what I
All
mean,
right.
what would they do? Take away like draft picks or fines or
Yeah, well, I'll let them, with whatever they investigate or whatever. Oh, Thomas Lewis couldn't get betting lines from his book. Okay, that's. Uh, I don't know. It's not obviously that big of a league, but I mean, I would think that man, what is this Yukon pig zombies? Before we get started, why are we? Is there a
I,
terminal? Oh,
I
is
mean, I think
Yukon?
the Yukon is like a sure bet now. I think that's just like
Oh,
what they're
okay.
calling it. Because the day that Yukon had the national championship, I think TJ put everyone with Yukon. This Yukon.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guess that's what it is.
All right, let's
Now
get
Big
started.
Zombie's looking for one lock today, one that we can
Oh
call a
gosh, the
Yukon.
old lockeroo, the old lockeroo. Yeah, for someone who tries to bet equal on every single game. Is it your birthday, Mindy?
Nope, not my birthday. December. Remember, we're both in December.
I know. Thomas Lewis said, "Happy birthday" to somebody. Have you been to Wrigley Field before?
I haven't. That's why
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about going.
Well, going to Tuesday. What is it?
Well, I
6
mean,
hours?
we're off on Tuesday, right? So hey,
Is it
huh?
6 hours or 2 hours or
6
3 hours?
hours. 6 hours. So
12-hour round trip for a
that would
two
be
and
it.
a half hour game.
That would be it.
All
But it would be
right.
fun.
Well, also, I've been watching some tennis action this morning, and but the matches are almost over in Monte Carlo today. There is Masters action today. I don't know. That was the last time I had some picks there on the site in tennis was when Masters action was underway. So been watching some matches here. Hello to Dart Thrower today. Bet against Oakland, he says. So a good rapport going in our Discord. Everyone can head on over there and have more conversation every day with our crew. If you haven't checked it out, they're always talking about more games. Corday, maybe not much of a handicap. I do got a couple of picks here for you at the end of the show. Tony will have his videos up, and we'll be back on Wednesday for those second round of the play-in games. But we do know the lines, obviously. We've seen them, and maybe you guys have too. All right, Mindy.
All right.
Started. And take a look at Major League Baseball. There is a one-day game today, and it's in Minnesota where the White Sox and Twins are going to meet. And hey, maybe these teams are looking pretty okay right now. I'd say, well, the White Sox and Dylan Cease, he's been looking pretty decent so far, going up against Kenta Maeda. The Twins lost in his first start, so let me make sure I got these lines right. And right now, yeah, about $1.15, 7.5 over 15.
Well, yeah, you got Cease on the mound, and you got the Twins just not scoring much here at home. Maybe they're just going to be a much better road team this year. Who knows? But two pitchers here that throw a ton of strikeouts. I'm going to go under the total.
All right, Mindy wants to go under here with Cease and Maeda. Yeah, I mean these two have had been these two teams have had some overs, definitely so far. A few more overs than unders, nothing too outrageous. Let's see what's going on with the chat here. Butterscotch already coming in with a lock here on
Right,
the
way to get it right away. Got
White
his lock
Sox.
with the Rangers yesterday, first 5, right?
White Sox first 5, yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh, Yeah, Mindy, at 7.5, I'm probably willing to go with you here on this. Let's see here. White Sox and under for Demetrius. That's exactly what I was thinking, Demetrius. You and I gonna be on that probably. Here's TJ, also White Sox first 5. Ziggy's leaning to the White Sox. TJ Sox and under. Boy, it seems almost automatic right now. CC, no relation to Cease, and that's CC, not pronounced Cease. It's good to have CC here today. Been with us before, so let's do it. I look, the chat likes the under. I like the under. I like the White Sox too, but Mindy went with the under. So let's have a premium play to start off the day, shall we?
Let's do it.
For a day game, hey, it's only one day game. We might as well be on it and take the under in this one at 7.5, a little bit juiced to the under here. So good start to the day.
Look at us go. We could just end the show now on a high.
All right.
The end.
All right, get to the evening action now with the Yankees and the Guardians. Domingo Germán against Shane Bieber. And here the Guardians are minus 145. This one, it could be sneaking up even a little bit. Man, the Yankees, a bit of a dog here. 7.5. And I'm showing this one maybe shaded to the over. I think mostly 7.5's out there, but the other books that have juiced it a little bit are juicing it to the over.
Well, I was going to go under here again in this one. Yankees is a team that basically score all their runs by the long ball. I think we all know that. Bieber hardly gives up the long ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. And then Domingo has that 27% K rate. I'm going to go ahead and take the under here in this one.
Okay, well, again, here's two teams that have definitely produced a couple of more overs than unders so far. Nothing too outrageous. Bieber, right now, he lost as a favorite, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think I don't know. I still think the Guardians can do it. I would expect Bieber to have a better game here. I gonna be on this, I think, with you. Let's see what the chat has to say. Butterscotch is on the Guardians on the money line. TJ, though, on the Yankees, I think that means plus, meaning the 1.5 there. Ziggy's got a lean to the Guardians. Demetrius on Cleveland money line here. Big Zombie's left with that white sees I get into the window. Steve Powell's here today. He's got Cleveland money line, so looks like strong on Cleveland here. I'm gonna go with it. I'm just thinking about Cleveland and this price for them. If it's gonna be too high, because I'm gonna try to find a way on Cleveland. So. So far, though, Mindy, for Bieber, I mean, good numbers, but not profitable. They haven't really supported him with too much offense. Well, that might be a good sign for the under, huh? Yep. Let's do it. Let's get on this under. Yep, that's
Number
7.
2, premium.
I don't think it's going to 8. I want to look at the line, though. Good comment here by Michelle Foster.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
Let's see here. It's all 7.5 innings. Yeah. It's pretty much 7.5 straight across the board. So it's not probably going to get to any. It's not going to move, I don't think. So let's go ahead and get on the under here in this one. Hasn't been too much hot hot steam yet reported. I'll let you know if we hit one where I can maybe reveal it. TJ also under here with the team. I think we're on the under a little bit. At least we are, Mindy. Two games, two unders. So much for me talking up the high scoring games right now. But again, I do think we have some pretty decent starters going
We'll
today.
find out.
I think, yeah, especially Cy Young Gibson here. What's gotten into Gibson? Change of scenery. Hey, the Orioles. Gibson been well, pretty good so far as profitability for the Orioles. JP Sears also that hey, if there's one guy who kind of they got to win that in that game. So two profitable pitchers so far. These teams putting up some runs, no doubt about it. But we are looking at a game here where Gibson's a $1.75, 8.5 under 25.
Yeah, the Orioles hit over 300 versus left-handers, and here comes Sears just at the right time for them. I expect Gibson to give up some runs here too, to these A's as well. This is one I am going to go over that 8.5 total today.
All right, Mindy, I get it, especially when you see what the runs that both these teams have been involved in, some higher scoring games, and they're facing each other. So let's see here. Butterscotch, Baltimore -1.5 at plus 112. Money line. I mean, run line. Fix something here. Okay, there we go. Hey, Scott Smart's here today. We'll show his picks up there. You can take a screenshot if you want to ride with Scott Smart. Heavy volume today. Curtis says he got Baltimore in this one. And Dart Thrower says this is the game for him. Is it on the over, though, Dart? Or what is it? Are you going to tell us? Demetrius here, Baltimore money line and the over. Steve on the Baltimore run line. Michelle says the O's run line. Baltimore. I would say that when we see this, because this is baseball season, and don't tell me if I'm wrong, CC, if for you or anybody else, if I see Baltimore to cover, to me, Mindy, that indicates a run line bet.
Correct. That's how I would see that as well.
Mm-hmm. Ziggy says he would take the over here. And you know what? I don't necessarily do. It's hard, especially like Dart was saying, right? And he already said so. I know now that it is Baltimore, and here he is with that comment. But I remember he said being showed fade the A's. I want to give JP Sears kind of the there's someone on the A's staff that maybe has some future and some promise. We know that he might be that guy. Here's Blake on the Orioles. Yep, no problem, CC. No, we knew exactly what you meant. I just was stating it that if anybody else, any of our regulars, if we don't know who you are or something, maybe, but if any of our regulars say in a baseball game, hey, take this team to cover, I'm going to interpret that as a run line play. Look at Scott Smart. What the heck?
Right.
And he just, okay, Scott, I just want to make sure then. So those picks you showed us were today's games, right? I didn't even look to see there were so many of them, and I don't want to be rude about it. All money line. Yeah, those
look like today because they were in order of the lineup.
Okay, great. Yes. Okay. No problem. But he's coming off a huge day yesterday. Did we see the? We'll just take your word for it. No problem. I'm not one of those guys that says, where are your tickets or anything like that. Like I said, I love seeing tickets before the action. If you put them in the Discord or something, that hey, we could all use 10,000 units. Uh, don't be holding out on us, Scott. Sounds like you're in here making us feel bad. We didn't have. Well, I was happy with my 5-1, but I. Oh, good point. Dart. He likes Mueller. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Today I see that he did put it in the chat. Wow. Did anybody get on that? I didn't. I'm sorry that I didn't see that. Oh, he put it in the chat. Okay. Great. Oh, let's. I almost want. I will go back. I mean, I'm not doubting you at all, and I might even make a video or something out of that, and right, make it some extra content and say, look at what one of our chat guys got. Thank you for pointing that out. He put 13-0 here in our chat yesterday. Let's give him his due. I'm sorry that did we flash it on the screen for you? Let me know. If not, I'm sorry. And sometimes if we're involved in a game, Mindy, I don't put on this like it doesn't include it, or if it's out of context, because like I said, as everyone knows, our games are chopped up and put into individual videos. So, anyways, Darren, he's got Orioles, Astros, Rangers, and Angels. Okay. No, you could say that again, Scott. It is hard, even in baseball, to put them up like that. So, Alan, another A's supporter. So, Big Zombies, we love you forever. Now, do you remember the famous? I don't know, famous, but a soccer match one time, Mindy, and Mexico needed the United States to win to put them in the next round of the tournament of one of the, not a World Cup, but it was like one of the CONCACAFs or something. And everybody's scoreboard watching. It was one of those games were being played simultaneously, and the United States scored, and Mexico was going to the semi, and the announcer's like, Estados Unidos, we love you forever and ever.
Good.
Thank you. All right, I got to pick. I guess I can only BS for so long. I'll take the over with you. I mean, it seems like these guys can. Look, if any matchup right now on this card would seem like it's going to have some runs, it's got to be this one, I would think. I'm talking every single game on this card. To me, this one kind of stands out as the one, maybe one more that I'll mention in just a moment. I think it's the next game up, but I don't want to give it away. So, okay, let's get on it. We're on 3 for 3 here.
We are 3 for 3 at 33 minutes into the show.
Okay. Oh, it's not the next. Maybe let's see here. Did I miss one game here, or did I not put it in the right order?
What?
The Red Sox are next, right? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
oh no, no. Oh no. Okay, I got it.
I don't know.
No, I've got it. Yep. Next up, Astros. Yeah, Astros and Pirates.
I kind of always feel like I put my own order in, and I just have to figure it out.
Okay. Well, no, actually, the thing is, I thought that game would be next, but now looking at it, I don't even have that entered in my rotation, but it's not the next game anyways. It's after 2 or 3, but I'll fix it. Let's get with the Astros and the Pirates here with a big road favorite here, minus 175. But hey, what's going? I mean, come on, these are the Pirates, man. We are family. Astros here on the road, Mindy, huge favorite, but Valdez has already, been kind of crummy, and Roansy Contreras was okay, I thought, for sure.
Well, I think this one's going to be interesting, right? Because Framber, he does only have a 7.7% strikeout ratio all-time lifetime versus this Pirates team. He doesn't pitch well against them. They have a 4.20 average versus this Pirates team. Contreras has a 1.59 ERA, but he's never faced the Astros, so that's going to be interesting. But I'm going to take the Pirates on the run line today. Looks like I got some other folks here that are kind of thinking the same way.
Including me. I would like him on the money line, but if we're going to take him on the run line, that's okay. Looks like everyone wants Pittsburgh, though. That kind of, you guys are, here's the thing: if any other chat was saying go, everybody's on Pittsburgh, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go with the Asp, but not our chat, Mindy. If they want
Right.
the Pirates, we got to take the Pirates. Michelle says she's that hell no, we're taking Pirates, right? Uh, I know we're on the Pirates, right? I'm on them, you're on them, we're all on them. I mean, how can we deny this, Mindy? It looks like everybody wants those hot Pirates right now. Pirates and Brewers are looking good. They're the top of the division. Knew the Brewers would be there. The Brewers are always up there. But the Pirates, are they
Yeah,
the biggest surprise in baseball so far? I don't think the Rays are quite. Maybe what the Rays have done is the biggest surprise, but I think the Pirates have been the most pleasant surprise. Let's just call it that. We'll take them.
sure.
We'll take them again today. We're 4 for 4. We're going to
Let's
bet every
go.
baseball game.
All right, let's do it. That'll be fun. I'll blow it, Ramon. I'll blow it. Watch coming up.
You can't say that on Tony's Picks airwaves here.
Great.
Okay,
I
Alcantara.
can take Ramon anywhere.
No, okay, you can. I can't. Alcantara, as Dart Thrower likes to say, and Matt Strom. Alcantara, no, just a slight favorite here at $1.15, and the total 7.5 over 15.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Marlins here today in this one. It's one of those that, Stram has a 470 batting average lifetime here versus the Marlins. Marlins are 4-0 this season versus lefties here as well. I'm going to take the Marlins on the money line.
All right. Why not? Let's if I see anybody in the chat, I'm on them. Yeah, maybe good point there on that last one, Butterscotch. Here we go. I don't know. Well, let's see when we try to interpret this. They play 3 times every 3 years, and Pirates get some. Oh, these teams. So that's a good spot. The Pirates have success against the Astros, and that's about it. Is that what that says? Here's Ziggy. He says he'll take the Marlins on the money line. Demetrius does like the under in this one. I do too. I do too. Oh, wow. Michelle Foster really fine tuning this one. Phillies money line or Marlins first 5. So those are always tough. I appreciate, when people are really going, on both teams in a way. That's really the best thing to do is if you can find a. Are there any props like that? Because that'd be better as a prop, because that way you'd probably get a more realistic payoff. I don't think when doing that it does because I don't think you're getting a best price one way or the other. So you're just
Same game parlay, almost anything anymore.
right. Well, like in football, Mindy, when you have they do have often, and I don't know if there is in baseball, but in football, you can say Falcons first half, Saints second half, and you get a much better price because that's difficult to do, right?
Right.
So TJ on the Marlins money line. Butterscotch has, look at this one, Scotch Lock. We're 5 for 5. I'm on Alcantara today, Mindy, against the Phils. I think he should have. Hey, Phils won for Strom in his first start, but and Sandy, actually, remember, he got rocked in the first game. Well, I say rocked. They gave up some, there were some things that happened, but definitely, wasn't perfect. Yeah, that's right. That's probably what's going to happen. And, this Phillies offense obviously has some question marks right now with their personnel a little bit. We know that. So, okay, Mindy. Why not?
Why not?
Allen's on the under. 5 for 5. Yep. Well, and that's why Michelle has picked, handicapped the game. And I wouldn't say it's unpopular that, Sandy is always going to be not always. I guess against a good team, maybe this wouldn't be the case. Against an elite team, maybe like the Phillies too. But I'm sorry, against poor teams, Alcantara is always going to be a bigger first five favorite than the full game. I think sometimes, right? Because we think Sandy goes out there and dominates, and then Marlin's going to Marlin. Okay, 5 for 5. Go broke or go home. Go big or go home. Padres and Mets should be an elite pitching matchup. So far, I'm not so sure. I mean, Max has already they Mets have lost with Scherzer, Padres have lost with Darvish. Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of these pitchers here a lot, but I don't like the bullpens really here much for either team. Both of these ERAs are over 4.63 for these two teams. I'm going to take over the total, going over that 7.5. Looking for some late game antics here in this one.
Okay, yeah. I think the Sharps are going to want to take the under here, but these two teams have produced some runs, obviously. We saw the Padres with their pardon me, we need some Pepsi
Goodness.
over here.
Right.
With their double-digit run performance yesterday, and again, I'll point out because it was talked about in the Discord, the Angels and Blue Jays. Mindy, I'm sure you watched that one, and 23 runs. I mean, it's not uncommon to have 23 runs in a baseball game. I mean, it happens, every, week or
Totally not
two.
uncommon.
But right now we're, I'm just pointing out another. I know we've given out some unders here. You're going over, but again, just more indications to me that runs will be on the rise. We're on two unders and one over, and you're on the over here. So that's a mixed bag. But I'm sorry, in general, more offense all the time right now. I'm going to take Max here myself at a pretty reasonable price. A lot of, I don't know. You guys in the chat, Mindy, do you think the Mets are they overrated right now, or what do you guys think? I mean, Padres and under for Demetrius. Ziggy's on the Mets. TJ's on the Padres. Going to be a mixed bag here, I think. Hosehead's worried about Darvish's control. Yeah, butterscotch. There it is, right? How is everybody feeling about the Mets? I'm taking them here with Max. I'm worried about Darvish a little bit. I don't think, I think he's overrated. I think he's a very, I still think he's a very good starter, but I think
I
people
like
think
him a
sometimes,
lot.
I do too, but Steve on the Mets. And maybe Max is, but I don't know. But then again, then he comes in and gives you 6 innings of one hit ball right now. So okay, is it the offense? Pete Alonso's impressive, right? At least
Right.
that's for sure. For the rest of them, well, not so much. But
You turned into a pizza maker. Oh, well, not so much.
Pete Alonso. Well, I saw that with that. Was it yesterday or the day before? He had 2 home runs, and he's
Maybe more.
now, I believe, 5th all time uh, with the Mets in home runs. So that's pretty good company. Mets have had some pretty good home run hitters. TJ says the Mets don't hit. Yeah, they're gonna have to today. Mindy says, and they're gonna have to today for me as well. It isn't a great matchup, no doubt about it. I mean, the lineup, the names are impressive, right? When you got Nimmo and Lindor and Pete, Canna and McNeil. So
It sounds like runs.
we'll see. Yeah, no doubt about it, TJ. Pitchers do not go. The complete game is a thing of the past. But the Padres, I mean, hey, Padres paid that money to Bogarts. Bogarts, he's looking good so far. So, all right. Mindy's on the over. I'm on the Mets here. Yeah, he wants those Padre back. Okay, yeah. I mean, Manny Soto has been pretty good so far, right? Matt Carpenter. Hey, I mean, I'm not putting him, but Padres have him batting cleanup. To me, I mean, the Yankees got him to take advantage of the right field porch, and the Padres, they think they've got a, I have big question marks with that. Of course, when Tatis comes back, things are going to change all over the place, and Carpenter probably is the odd man out, but uh, he's willing. He's not going to be cut or anything. I mean, I think he wants to be on this contender, the stash. So, and Jake Rakes. Okay, here we go. I was just looking at what their potential lineup today, and I do think that's a good matchup. I mean, you talk about the Soto, Carpenter, and Cronenworth against Max. I don't mind that middle of that order, but I'm going to take the Mets. One more. Do we have one more on there? Let me see, Mindy. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Just talking about how they beat up on the Braves last night on national TV. I mean, that's a game everybody saw, so that's going to, leave that fresh in the memories. Okay. Next up. Oh yeah, let's go with this game.
Don't forget your Reds and
Yeah, we'll pull
Red
back.
Sox race.
We'll go back to the Red Sox in just a moment. I know that game is a little earlier, and I have neglected to enter in the graphic actually. So let's just put this one up, Mindy, right now, since it's on the screen. Though, if you can, the Reds with Ashcraft and the Braves with Bryce Elder, and the Braves are $1.90 here. Total 8.5 over 15.
Yeah, it's interesting that neither of these pitchers have ever faced the opposing team. The Braves are just, in my opinion, just giving up too many runs here as of late. I'm taking the Reds here on the run line today.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you and give us another play here and take the Reds. They, have won with Ashcraft already on the mound this season, and Braves have done well with Elder so far, I'd say. But at $1.90, that's all I'm thinking of. I mean, uh, and maybe the Reds. Oh, look, we're taking them on the run line. Don't get me wrong. That it's plus 1.5 at least minus $1.30 in this game. So, uh, maybe seeing what the Padres did to the Braves last night, maybe might be in the fresh in my mind too. But I don't know. I don't know if I mind what I see from the Reds in this particular matchup. I know it's going to be a lot of Braves action here. I think. Let's take a look. Okay, here's a Ziggy Dart. Is it over on this one? Or no? Maybe that was the last one. Braves run line here for Ziggy, but Reds run line for CC. TJ on the over. Thanks, Zombie. See you later. Great job. Great job by you. Demetrius says Reds and under. And yeah, Scott Sherry just gave us his whole card.
I think he's not sharing the profits.
Yeah. Hey, if I give you guys $10,000, can you just bet the sports and turn it to give me 20,000 back, and I don't have to do it myself?
Right.
You're so good at it, Ramon. Okay. Scotch for an Atlanta. Yeah, well, look, the Reds aren't great. We know that. Corday, first 5 money line. Good point, dart thrower. Now we're laying the price here with the Reds. Steve's on the under. Rodney's got Rodney Barton here today. Good to see you again, Rodney. Have you been out of action with us a little bit? Good to see you. Good props. Thank you. Oh, look at that. I like that. Michelle used the hammer for the tomahawk. I don't know if that's quite PC, but we're going to allow that because it's kind of cool. And I mean, after all, there's one right on their uniform. Probably shouldn't have that, right? Oh, all right. And let's see here. Okay, that looks like it's it, Mindy. So
All right,
another play.
there we
Can't
go. Up
stop
to
us
6.
from gambling today. Gamble. All right. I'm in a good mood. It's our Friday,
That's right.
Mindy. All right. The Mariners and Castillo. Going to be a favorite here, of course. I keep forgetting that Red Sox. Let me do this game here. Sorry about that. Castillo $1.60, 8/15 going up here against Smiley. Too bad Smiley's not facing the Brewers, and it would be Miley and Smiley. Castillo and Smiley here.
Well, Castillo looks good, as he's ever been. Smiley, I think he might have been, kind of bad his first game out, but he does have a 19% K percentage. He only gives up a .206 to this Mariners team here. I'm going to actually go under the total of 8 here tonight in this one.
All right. Steam came in on the over here with the Mariners and the Cubs. Mindy's going to fade that. She's going to go under in this one. Let's see what the chat wants to do about it. I did see some under action, however, a little bit of a reverse line move there, I think, against what the public might be doing. Steve's with you, though, under in this game. Butterscotch also under. Oh, okay. Michelle that was a hammer play. And good. We all, like I said, I want everyone to have their own like little thing. I see the conclusion I made there. I was like, oh, the Braves tomahawk.
Yeah.
So Michelle, that's Michelle's lock
Okay,
play.
yes.
So okay, we
All
got
right.
that straight now. But I don't know. I could
Hammer the play, Ramon. Hammer it.
Yes. Foster's hammer. We're gonna get. Remember George Foster was a great home run hitter. 52 home runs in one season for the Reds in 1977. I want to Demetrius on Seattle money line. Fact check me on that one, chat. Hosehead is under. I hope you're okay, Hosehead. Going in with you on the under in that one. Thomas Lewis also under. Ziggy would take Cubs money line or run line, doesn't matter. TJ's got his Cadillac play. I think maybe TJ's kind of coming up with his own moniker as well. Maybe we could do a little car in there, and we'll just know to call it the Cadillac play. Not in this game, on a couple other games.
Yeah, he's like, having to go back to make sure he gets them all on.
The Cadillac, TJ
the Cadillac place, yeah.
There it is. the Cadillac.
Cadillac. What is that? A hatchback?
What's that car? Okay. All right. Mariners and Cubs. Mindy's on the under. I'll play this favorite on the road with Castillo. I agree with you. I think Smiley. That's a good. We know Smiley's I don't know what do you call him, a soft tosser a little bit, but fit in well with the Cubs. But I'll take Castillo. It's a big price. That's why I'm going to give it out on the show. Okay, let me just maybe Mindy can start talking about it while I go back. And Red Sox, Trevetta. I'm typing. I'm introducing the game.
Red Sox and the Rays. Ramon kind of alluded to this earlier.
Right. I mean, how could I forget this, Mindy? I mean, these are the Rays, and I forgot to put in the graphic for only the greatest team in the history of the first 10 games of baseball.
Right. I mean, breaking records from 1939 and such. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, Ramon kind of alluded to it. I'm going to take the over here. The Red Sox now, they've won 5 of 8 games, 3 straight on the road, put up 24 runs in 3 games. And they hit lefties pretty well. Beeks might be, I don't know, maybe a little bit of the weak link, maybe not,
He's an
right?
opener, though, right? He's
In
an
the
opener, right?
rotation. Yeah, sure. But I think Pavetta is actually the better pitcher here in this matchup. Uh, so I mean, today's not going to be the day that I'll probably be going against the Rays. But I'm just going to go ahead and take over the total here.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I think we're kind of. It feels like we're on them until I'm on them until
Right.
further.
Until further notice.
I mean, I mean, Nick Pavetta, he can be solid, but we also know he can get rocked. Jalen Beeks is, typically, a short inning guy. I think he's gone 1 and 2. He's not opened yet. I think he's only been in relief so far. Two appearances so far for Beeks. His wife does have 10,000 Instagram followers. I know that.
Okay. Why are you one of them?
I'm not.
Liar.
Am I supposed to not know that? You have some
don't
lovely
know
children as well. Okay?
You know all of the things.
Get your mind. They have 2 lovely kids. I think Justin is. Well, that might be the previous game. It looks okay. Justin over in this game. Ziggy would be on the over here. Here's Curtis on the over as a lock. We're the chalk it up, Mindy. Let's do it. Everyone's doing it, so I'm with you. Hosehead, give me the attention. He says, let's put it up there. We're not making fun of you. There's no problem with this call. I'm not. Look, anybody wants to go against Tampa, you're getting a good price. I don't think if Tampa wasn't on this long winning streak that they'd be minus 160 in this game, even though they might even be a better team than the Red Sox. So definitely prices are starting to get inflated on the Rays right now. And Michelle also says that. This is Major League Baseball, right? I mean, even the Rays are going to lose, I don't know, 65 games. No, maybe 70 or 75. Right now, they definitely look like a team that can win, realistically, 85 to 90 games. If they, considering the start, that puts them ahead of the curve, certainly. Uh, you know, Corday says, there it is. I think that's what I was kind of getting at here, Steve, with the over. Pavetta is never that's reasonable, but he can go out there and give you some innings, and you're on the Red Sox. Will they win? I don't think so. I mean, this is a great, great thing that's going on. It's fun to see for those 15,000 fans. Moneyline hasn't been to a game in 4 years. No, I'm kidding. Moneyline, when was the last time? And I will call out the fans. I won't call out Moneyline because he's our correspondent, and maybe he does attend. He's a fan. He probably attends games regularly. But is it the stadium? Is it the population? You wonder why we can't get more people to go to the Tampa. I guess nobody wants to hit an O-ring for a home run. The only O-rings we want to be hitting is the game of the onion rings. Butterscotch, ride them till the wheels fall off. Rodney updating on the. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice price. And then CC on the over. We got another play here with Moneyline Mills home team, but we're going over. But I'm going to find, no doubt, Jose, they've definitely had a very advantageous schedule.
Sure.
No doubt about it. But every other team plays those teams and things like that. So, all right, great, awesome, and give them credit. I believe the attendance did increase in that series. So, and over, we're over, Mindy. The whole chat's on the over.
Sure.
And even though I said I thought that Oakland and Baltimore looked like the like a strong over. This really looks like even a stronger over. And let's see some O-ring home runs. No, I think it's actually called A ring and B ring actually. Great. And Darren also on the run line. Okay.
Is that a disco play of the day? Money disco? You have to
Is that
help
a
us.
person dancing?
I think it is a person dancing.
Huh.
Huh. John Travolta style.
Money disco. Money. Okay, we'll come up with it. Come up with the name, or Darren may give us a name that we can call it.
Right.
Like I said, I want everyone to have their own little nickname for their favorite game of the day.
For their favorite.
After a while, we're all Locky Lockerson. Okay, so we got that game out. Let me find where we left off. It was the Royals and the. Oh well. All right, Mindy. They found their way to the bottom of the stand. No, I think they're actually in
I
fourth.
didn't look.
Okay. Well, taking on the Rangers here with Hahne and Greinke. Man, is this his fourth start? No, just as the other two were so bad. It just seems like he's made three starts. They've
Right.
lost both of his starts so far, but the Rangers lost in Heaney's first start.
Yeah, I mean, Casey's been playing better on the road, obviously, or maybe again it was their matchups at home versus, Toronto, things like that. But Greinke's been pitching, well. He's just not getting any run support. So I think they're gonna get some runs today. I'm gonna take the Royals here. I'm gonna go with the Royals today. I think they can get it done. I'm gonna take them on the money line.
Okay, Mindy is on the money line with the Royals. That's a plus $1.35 at least. I would. Oh no, more than that. Come on, $1.55. Um, look at this.
Yeah, Oppo trash.
Yeah, he says Greinke on the road is trap. Well, no, he
I
hasn't
think it's
done
it just depends
so
which hitters you're
far.
gonna get,
Yeah,
right?
no, last year definitely was a different. Definitely was a little bit of the case. I think I can agree with that. Butterscotch wants to go over here. I'm on the under. I actually myself. The money dance play of the day. I think we can get with that. I'm going to come up with something a little more. I'm going to enhance that a little bit, unless you're insistent. I don't mind that. It's money dance play until further notice. Rangers and over for Fernando. That's I like. I'm going against Mindy a little bit. I think I might. I don't know if I can get on Andrew Haney right now. Kansas City run line here for TJ. Ziggy would take the Rangers. Justin says Texas team total. Thinks he'll take advantage of Zach. Michelle's got the hammer out for the Royals.
Hammer those
Hammer
Royals. That's
play.
right. Let's do it.
Hammer
Michelle. We
You
got
guys
him.
know who Hammer Dan is, right?
I have no idea.
Okay. He's
I feel
the
like it's something I should know.
no, he's the handicapper on Pat McAfee with Pat
Oh, okay.
McAfee. A Hosehead on Texas. All right. Hey, I don't. That's a sound strategy. It's just that sometimes the nature of the game is a pitcher can have a really poor outing. Even the elite pitchers, less likely, but I mean, how many really of them are there that are super elite, right? Where they're how many Sandys are there? And Darren here on the Rangers. Mindy's on Kansas City. I'm on the under here. So I know I was talking a little bit of garbage there about Haney, but I'm not fitting that Royals offense, Mindy, but Haney against these guys. Boy, that home run that Witt hit, though, that was a bomb. Was that yesterday or the day before? And Sally, I was we were on the Royals. I don't know if it was us that day, but Sally hit like a warning track shot in the ninth inning.
Can't remember.
Okay. Day before. Okay, let's continue on and take a look at the Cards going up against the Rockies. Yeah, we scored yesterday with team on the over. I'm sorry, in that game they managed 13 runs, so things were a little bit back to normal after that 1-0 game. There weren't many 1-0 games in Rockies history. I didn't go back and look at that, and I remember the first one was just a couple of years ago. Cards and the Rockies here. Cards 140, maybe 145 ish. The total is 11 over 25. Yeah.
And I had Matt's in there for the Cardinals, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you. We want to have a very good graphic.
But yeah, I mean, he's giving up a .560 batting average versus this Rockies team. Marquez, solid in his first outing. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockies here today at home in this one.
Well, getting plus money. So that can work for most. And no slight against Steven Matz just because I didn't have his name listed there. But they did lose his first start, and Marquez did, I believe he won as a
He did
favorite.
win his first start, yes.
Yeah, as a slight, maybe it's like $1.20 or so. Seen some breaking real news, shooting, of course,
Not good.
in Louisville with multiple casualties. Casualties can mean injured people, not death, but I haven't just coming across, so don't know anything about it yet. Anybody in Louisville? All right, here, St. Louis money line for Steve. And the ball will fly out of college. Justin Watson. It looks like I want to play the under actually today, and I'm against uh, I'm against our guy Justin here. Cardinals and over for Ziggy. That's Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy and us. We're on the same page most of the time with Ziggy. Not in this game. Scotch lock over. So here I am. I should have looked first. Just spouting off on the under. Because look at these over Justin on the St. Louis, Demetrius, St. Louis, and over. Everyone's on the over here. No, Tom. In news terms, it doesn't always. I think we think that and again, everything's up for interpretation. But usually, when you see it, and sometimes it's also inexperienced news writing that say casualties, and they, okay, TJ on the over here. I'm thinking of TJ's referring to the old left-handed pitcher Hampton, right? Props here from Hosehead. Ziggy takes Cardinals here, and Corday likes the Rockies to lay the 1.5. And Butterscotch says these are the ones that they go. Thank you, but I'm going to stick with my play, but um, like I said, I struck out in that opener. I went with an over, Mindy, and it was 1-0 in Colorado, and then it was like gun shy.
Right.
But then I still came up and hit an over with you on that. So I'll try. I know you do. I don't mind. But hey, look, we're not always going to be. All right. Mindy on the Rockies, and I'll be on the under in this one. I don't. Herman Marquez. All right, Mindy, the Angel. When was the last time the Angels were minus 240 over a team? Well, maybe if maybe there was an Ohtani game. I don't know if there was an Ohtani game even over the A's or something. Yeah, maybe there was actually, but how about an Angels game without Ohtani? Down to 230 actually, 9.5 over 25.
Yeah, Ramon, this is absolutely crazy to have the Angels being this kind of favorites, especially with the runs they've been giving up, right? I mean, the Nationals also have a ton of extra base hits. I'm going with the Nationals here on the run line.
I just don't know. I mean, everyone wants to make fun of Corbin. He's already lost, you know, both of his starts so far as an underdog for the Nationals. Um, Nationals not looking that great, obviously. But at even money, I think we get plus even, or I think we get even money. Let's go ahead and do it. I think it talked about the runs that might be scored, so I think that adds the volatility aspect. And
Right.
we saw what happened. I don't know if I might even marked it a winner. That Angel. I mean, let me take a look. And for that comeback, I know they were talking about it big time in the Discord yesterday. The big comeback. So that's a major concern. You just gave up all those runs just yesterday. So Nationals, not a great.
Well, they gave the Rays a tough time. I mean, the Rays had to come back a couple times against this Nationals team.
Yeah. Well, Suarez against this line. I don't mind the top of the Nationals lineup, but the bottom of it is pretty weak. But we'll still go with them. I mean, Smith, Abrams,
Who?
Well, I mean, the C.J. Abrams I like. I mean, I've liked him, but he's still a young player that, with high expectations. I see a lot of comments in the chat. Let me get to those. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jay. Thank you. Good to see you.
But look at that. I mean, the Angels line up against Corbin. I mean, it looks like they're ready, but everyone tries to pick on Corbin. I mean, the Angels will be one of the most heavily owned DFS stacks. That's some DFS talk, Mindy, if you're into that.
I just never have been. I probably should. I just never got into it.
Oh,
I know you loved it.
The same thing. I know. Well, no, I for the first part when it was first coming out, and different way. People were talking about it a little bit. I mean, different than fantasy, like playing your fantasy leagues.
Yeah.
But the real strategy of it all, involves the player's salary, fitting it under your little salary cap, but also trying to pick people who, they say, of course, the bigger the field, the more you want to take, low owned guy that you don't expect to do anything. When you play like your cash games, when you're playing just 2, 3, 4 people, whatever, you're trying to like get the best guys on their day. Does anybody here play any? We've never had much DFS talk. Want to say hello here, Mindy. Oh no, Takia's here today. Takia's been with. I was going to say a big formal hello. We should always try. Oh man, Jay's here. Look at that. Thank you. Is that DJ? Yes, it gotta be. Oh man, awesome to have Jay here. Everyone say hello to Jay. Great to have him over here on our chat today. Good morning. All right. Looks like Ziggy's on the over here. Neil's on the over. Curtis, Angels money line, Mindy. Well, we're not getting great support on this one, but Nats, here's some Nats action with us. Plenty of comments here on this one. And here's Neil likes. It looks like Neil likes the. I don't want to give away my premium pick here. Corbin is really that bad. All right. Butterscotch will lay it going against us here. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. Oh, Jay, that's awesome. Thank you. Trying to see the, if that's the Jay Briggs, or I won't say another Jay Briggs. I mean, all Jay Briggs are important. TJ on the over here. A lot of opinion on this game for sure. And we got to keep it rolling. Yeah, I want to say RJ Briggs.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Marcellus, good morning. Hello to you. Okay, then I know that is RJ Briggs. Thanks. Yeah. And like I said, Mindy, we won't be here, but Jay will be breaking down the games tomorrow over on the sister network. So tune in to Jay certainly and get the lowdown for those. I'm going to come up with a couple of picks. Not much of a handicap today on those late games. Billy McDonald here today as well. Everyone loves going. We're on Corbin, I'm afraid, here, Mindy.
Yep.
Yeah, Jay needs to get us updated on the Mavs, but we're done with it. Okay, Mindy, let's move on here. Brewers with Miley, Diamondbacks, and Zach Gallen. Gallen $1.40, 8.5 over 15.
Yeah, I mean, Gallen's probably the better pitcher here in this one, but I don't really want to go against this Brewers team here right now. I'm going to go ahead and take the Brew Crew here today, Ramon.
Yeah, look at me. I'm Arizona. I'm in first place, Mindy. But so are the Brewers. And the Brewers have a better record than the Diamondbacks right now. Wade Miley gives you an honest effort every time, obviously. Gallen won as an underdog already, and now he's favored in this one. I mean, is that right, Mindy? Come on. That's the Milwaukee Brewers, a perennial playoff team. The Arizona Diamondbacks, this might be their glory day right here. They're in first place, tied for first, I think, right now. Are you kidding me? We're getting them as an underdog? Like, maybe they're fading Wade Miley. Don't fade Wade Miley too often. Come on. We're on the Brewers.
The
Is everybody
Brewers.
on the Brewers here? Demetrius on the Brewers. All right. Everybody loved that Nationals Angels game. Nobody cared. Oh, here we go. Ziggy's kind of reading into it, you know. Hey, I went 3-0. Can I be on? I had 3 totals yesterday in the NBA. On premiums at one. Okay. Milwaukee hits Gallen well. Miley will keep an average lineup in check. Milwaukee money line. We're on Milwaukee. Man, we're on a lot of plays here. Mindy, Steve's on Arizona going against us a little bit. And Neil, maybe that's a little bit too. Arizona obviously had a pretty good series against the Dodgers. Seems like they give the Dodgers a little bit of business once in a while. And, you know, I don't say the jury's still out on the Dodgers. The jury's never going to be out on the Dodgers. They are a playoff contender, but, you know, we've already heard Tony. I'm not saying he's making excuses, but Dodgers saving their money. Okay. Saving their money. Mindy gets mad when I say that.
Yes, because I know who you're talking about. Stop it.
All right, we're on the Brewers for another play.
Leave Tony alone.
Yeah, 7-2. We got you. We know what you meant.
Yeah.
But we're already talking about. That's why we're talking about Brewers first place. Diamondbacks first place too for now, and Brewers first tied or whatever. But Brewers first place, and the Cardinals at the bottom right now because of course the Pirates. All right, Judias and Logan Webb. The Dodgers on the road here, $1.45, gone down a little bit, 7.5 under 15. So the move here, maybe on the Giants and maybe a little bit on the over.
Well, I mean, I gotta go under. I mean, I have Arias on here, 28.8% K rate. Webb, 20% K rate. I mean, Webb's been putting up some big outings here with like what versus the Yankees, he struck out 11 or so. Arias, he has a .189 batting average historically versus the Giants. I'm gonna go ahead here and take the under.
Well, how many games we can't get any more games except for this one, so we might as well do it. I think it's an under with these two, Mindy, right now. I mean, I thought Arias looked pretty good. Maybe I don't. The Giants took steam. The over took steam here too. That's that nickel move. That's not a big move necessarily. I'm just saying that it all hit the board at the same time. It was a coordinated move. And I don't think it was based on the lineup. I just think it was. TJ said, "Don't fade the steam today." Well, to me, the steam is on the Giants and the over, and Mindy and I are on the under. I might find my way to Logan Webb as an underdog for sure. I know he lost the first 2 games that he was out there, I think, right? So Dodgers here for Ziggy. Neil will be on the under. Butterscotch on the under. And Hosehead on the under. Mindy, that's, you want consensus. There it is. It's
Yep,
not
we
just
got 10.
Hey, we went 8-4 yesterday on the show, including those baseball, those baseball winners yesterday. We had the Brewers. Okay, we had over, and the Rays got it by themselves. We had the Bucks as well. We also had we had your Angels, Mindy. I don't want to. Giants here, money line. Darren says if you play the Giants, do it for the first 5. Go first 5, not the whole game. Doesn't trust the bullpen. TJ Giants, okay. That's baseball. We got to get to hockey.
A lot of hockey, too.
Okay. Waste no time, then. Let's go. How many plays did we have, though? Wow.
10.
Oh, no, we did not. Are you serious?
Am I wrong? I'm not good at math. But I counted 10.
No better way to enjoy a Monday with them. I'm fourth betting. All right, here we go. Sharks and the Jets. In this one, oh boy, this doesn't seem pretty. Pretty big favorite here. Jets $3, 6.5 under. I said $6. I mean, it's $3. It's $3.40 now. By the way, so this one's been bet up pretty heavy here. It did get hit. It got hit about, just 10 minutes ago, according to the odds service that I use. 340, Mindy, 6.5 under 20.
340. Yikes. I'm just going to go under the total 6.5 here. I'm hoping that the Jets don't allow this 0-3 Sharks team over the last 3 games score more than their average of 1 goal a game.
That's the only concern, because the Jets are probably going to score 5 or 6.
Right.
So we got to shut out the Sharks maybe here. We fire up the goalie computer, everybody. I'm going to start making the little noises over here like a 10-year-old computer should. You'd think after going 12-2 in the last 2 days in premiums, I could get a better computer, but I feel have a soft spot.
For spending money. For not spending money.
Okay. Are you calling me frugal?
Yes.
It's Mr. Frugal. 340. I'll lay the puck line here -1.5 at -$1.25 with the Jets. I don't see any reason why the Jets can't just drub these guys right now. Sharks playing on the East Coast. The Sharks are not one of those teams that find a way to profit they've been a total dumpster at home for sure, but who's got the 10 kids again? Who are they talking to? Who's Tom that's talking about? I know there was just some talk about that. Ziggy
Philip Rivers?
I think Philip has 9.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe he has 10 now. No, but it's someone else that were just in the news within the last couple of days. I hope he's not talking about the news that came out of the wild. I hope he's talking about something. Oh. I don't want to. Let's just stop talking about it just in case that.
Well, I saw 5 unfortunates there.
Okay, let's just move on then. That's in case this is a situation.
10 baby plays. Okay.
Huh?
He put down 10 baby plays, meaning maybe he's just going to do $10 bets.
I want to be sensitive to the news events there. Yeah. Neil wants the under. Sharks here. Oh my gosh, Demetrius is going to take the Sharks with that puck line. No problem. I'm not anybody. Not saying it's a fade trade on me, but I just I'm not seeing any way the Sharks can compete in this game right now. So, all right. We got, thanks, Jay. Tom, hopefully it's winnings that we all had together. Hopefully it's Team Steam winnings that you were able to put us on to. Sharks team total under, Mindy. Is that just strike? No, not if you're on. Yeah, you want that.
Yeah, Sharks under 2.5.
Scotch lays the puck line here. Jets money line. Well, TJ, lay it big, laying $3 here. And Takia says Jets and under. That's where we're at. I'm on Jets puck line, and Mindy's on the under. Let's continue on. Hurricanes and Senators. In this one, the Hurricanes on the road, $1.80, 6.5, under -115.
Well, I'm going to go ahead here and take the Senators on the puck line. I'll take the goal and a half, minus about 160 here. Senators 4-1 the last 5 home games. I'm taking up plus 1.5.
All right, Mindy. Mindy on puck line with the Senators. They've had, man, the Senators can come up with some decent performances now and then. Playing a pretty good team here, though. Anybody want to try them out? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, Crow had 10. No, there was one other. There was somebody in the sports news spotlight just within the last couple of days.
He's a pitcher, right?
Huh?
He was a pitcher.
Is that what it was? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw it.
They were
I believe he played for a blue team, like a Brewers or a Toronto.
Oh, a gambling show that lasts 92 minutes, and now I just got to know. All right, we won't delay it. Here we go. Let's keep talking about it. I want to find this here.
Yeah, no, I did see it.
Someone's going to have to do some detective work in the chat. Here's Carolina, Butterscotch, Carolina, and under. Ziggy wants Carolina. And, yeah, it wasn't, yeah. Curtis, Curtis has a lock here. He does like the under. Man, these two teams definitely can produce unders, but the Sharps are going to be on the over, and this is a spot where I trust them. Yeah, and I'm a market guy. Takia on the under, Demetrius here on the Hurricanes. All right, I don't know. Mindy, it's hard to right now. The Hurricanes playing well. I don't mind. Ottawa. They're a nice team at home. They kind of are profitable, if I'm not mistaken. Hurricanes often overpriced on the road. That's for sure. Doesn't mean they're not a great team that can win, but I mean they don't produce enough profit on the road because when they do lose, they seem kind of. Oh, great! Hello to Paul Medford today. Paul, thank you. Welcome to the Morning Steam. Why pick the Senators on the puck line when you could take the Hurricanes on the money line?
Well, for me, it has to do with I have to pay a lot more for a Hurricanes team. I also have the Senators here. So for me, when I do my, scoring calculations, I come up with the Senators being within that variance. So for me, it comes down to what kind of price do I have to pay? I'd rather pay the 160 with a Senators team where I have a couple different options here of winning the game as well. So I could lose by 1 and win. I can win it outright and win. And then, of course, the Senators, I know historically they can go ahead and score versus this Hurricanes team.
No, and we just saw it too, right? I mean, the Senators just came.
And it also depends too if I think that this game is going to go over or under, right? I mean, I have this one as an under 6.5 on my side, so I feel like this game is going to be a closer variance there as well. So those are all kind of the factors that go into what my pick looks like.
Excellent, excellent explanation. And I think that would I would pose it to you this way if I were to ask you the question. Okay, I think the Hurricane. I'm trying to handicap this here and try to give a winning play too, without just going against you. But I've
Mhm.
got this game probably as a one goal game. It feels like to me. I think Ottawa they play pretty tough at home. A one goal game is not 180, right? I mean, one goal game is maybe one in an NHL, right? In a game that's expected to have close to 7 goals, between 6 or 7 goals at 6.5, something in the either 4-3 or 3-2 range. That does not equate $1.80, right? So uh, does Ottawa at plus 1.5 minus 161? And this is something we've talked about together. We've kind of complained, we joke about it, where you have uh, minus 161 to take that 1.5, or Carolina minus $1.80. If you think it was going to be a 1 goal game, you would take Ottawa, right? And here, and don't forget, we guarantee that both you and I are going to make one play on every game.
Right.
And we're not necessarily even advising to play every game, even though I end up finding a way to get on every game, it seems like, one way or another. But would I trust Ottawa to have at least a chance to win the game? And I think having shown that they have beaten some very good teams at home, maybe that price of $1.65 or whatever it's going to be is just a better way for you to go as far as you're trying to pick. Look, we can't just make up the line. The line is what it is. So,
Yeah.
okay.
So hopefully that helps with some of our
It's great to have you, Paul. A
yes.
great question. And because again, I mean, I, it's something that I actually struggle with my when trying to determine because like I'm looking at this game and I see a 1 goal game. I see Carolina winning this game by 1 goal. Don't want to lay $1.80. I don't necessarily want to even lay a dollar. I don't know if Mindy does either. But we're making plays on this game. The line is what it is, and quite frankly, I don't know. It feels like a lot of hockey games are 1 goal games, and good for them, right? Because I don't know. I mean, sometimes, you know, only running with a few monitors, right? You can't watch every game. I see a lot of third periods, right? You're like, I better go with that. I better get to that hockey game now. I mean, if it's a very, very good game, it's always going to start on the screens. But then when you start to get down to the bets or the premium plays or whatever, I'm like, all right, 3-2 in the third. I guess I better get over the hockey game. This basketball game's a 25-point blowout. All right, looks like TJ on the over here. Bet the Canes, he said. And Neil here with it. Is that yours? Is that the Neil Boyce scorecast or is it some public scorecast? If it's the Neil Boyce scorecast, that's what we want. Thanks, Butterscotch. Good job, Mindy. TJ Senator's final pick. Okay, there we go. He says, yeah. Those are I love betting exact scores. I can't lie.
Can't stop.
Yeah, no, I mean I've usually at least every feel like if when I have the bet, I'm like, what's the score going to be? It's awesome when you hit those. So okay, if we got a gambling problem, whatever, but at least I can bet my premium picks to keep me float. Goalies are playing. Here's Neil with the exact score line. All right, thanks, Thomas. Always great to have you. All right,
What's our
Mindy.
official pick?
Huh? I'm gonna. Let me just check Let me just check one more note.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, I'm really. Again, I mean, the
Are you
whole.
stalling? Are you
Well, no, the whole struggle is exactly what we just talked about.
right?
Yeah. Well, Paul, that's the other thing about hockey, and you always have to take into consideration. Like I said,
Yeah, you get down and then you have to deal with that empty net. Yeah.
right. But I firmly believe, and I don't have the statistic, and maybe I don't know if anybody publishes any statistics like this, but I believe, or I just feel more confident in a home team to lay a puck line because it should be easier to score. Home teams are better, uh, getting that extra, especially a big favorite at home. Rather a big favorite on the road like Carolina is here. to me, it is tougher to lay that goal and a half on the road. So I think anybody who watches my hockey and nobody, I'm sure nobody does actually. If you go back and look at my hockey premium bets down the list, you'll see a pattern. And again, my hockey picks, I mean, basically 50 units on this site in 16 months, but I have a lot of totals too. But when it comes to a few puck line, you'll see exactly, where I'm laying that puck line and where I'm not. So maybe like similar like the Jets, things like that. So great questions, Paul. And that's hockey. That's hockey. But you know what? In the playoffs, it's different. Can't wait. All right, Mindy. I guess I gotta decide, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Under it is for me
Yeah.
with these two teams. Got Ranta in there without closing his open paragraph there. Curtis says, "Get on with it." I am just yapping today. Maple Leafs and Panthers. Panthers here, $1.40, 7 under 20.
Taking the Maple Leafs here today, Ramon, in this one. I mean, I think the difference between these two teams has been on the defensive side. The Leafs here ranked 7th in goals against, while those Panthers 21st this year. So yeah, going with the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, okay. Florida's been playing well, man. They've been in some really nice games of late. Mindy going to take this dog on the road. Still at 7. I'm probably going to end up on an under here with Leon and Samsonov. See what you got in the chat. Toronto puck line for Curtis. Takia on the over. Toronto puck line also for Demetrius. What is the puck line today? Oh gosh, it's minus $2. Okay. Ziggy on the over here. Look at when you look at these two teams, I mean, it definitely looks like an over, but at 7, I'm gonna take the under, Mindy.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it definitely could end up not feeling real good. Yeah, Tequila has it at 6.5. I probably would end up buying it up if it indeed. And let me look right now to see across the board. I'm seeing more 7s or 6.5s out there. I'm showing mostly 7s, but I do see those 6.5. So definitely predominantly 7 juiced. There it is. Yeah, 6.5 over 50. So 7. So that 7 under 20 is going to be if it's 7 under 20 and you see 6 over 50 like that. 7 is a closer line. So books will do that though, and especially they'll lure you in a little bit sometimes by listing a bigger price. And if you do have on, I don't know, since I don't have access to FanDuel, if they offer 7s and 6s or other lines, but sometimes they put a different line up there than the main line, and then you have to dig a little lower. But Canucks, okay, that's all right. Let's move on, Mindy. I'm on the under. You're on the Leafs. Here we go. Islanders and Capitals. The Islanders on the road here at $1.06, about $1.55. The total's 5.5 flat. Wow.
I'm gonna go under, Ramon, here in this one. The under's 5-1-1. Islanders last 7 here. 5-0. The Capitals last 5. Gonna go under that small line, the 5.5. That's where I'll be.
Yeah, one of those, the dart thrower special. I think that feels like 3-2. I mean, feels like 3-2. I don't know why the Caps are not a great. I want to play the Caps kind of, but I know the Sharps are going to be on them, and they don't do much for me in a spot taking a dog like that. But I kind of want to play the Caps. I'm going to take the under for sure. I feel confident with this under 5.5. I don't think should be any surprise. I mean, I think we'll see a lot of support for the under here. It's not one of those I say, you can look again. I go a lot over 5.5. Not in this one, I don't think. FanDuel doesn't offer alternatives. Interesting. A huge book like that does not, huh? Islanders money line for Demetrius. Here's Butterscotch on the under. Curtis loves the under. Yeah, I do. I like the under for sure. And here's Islanders and under for Paul. Oh, he's meant does. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you'll see. I mean, and again, when it's the lower the juice, that's the more. I don't think accurate's the right word. That's more what the line is. Here's a Neil Boy scorecast.
Right.
3-2 Islanders, he says. I don't know. I don't know if I can get on the Caps as a premium, but
I don't mind it.
probably more apt to be on the Caps. Sabres and Rangers. Rangers nearly a $2 favorite here. 196.5 over 20.
This is one or more. I'm going to go over the total. I think the Sabres can get some goals here today. I don't think the Rangers are going to have a problem. Sabres 15-5-2 in their last 22 on some rest. And the over is 8-2 in the Rangers' last Monday games. It's Monday. Taking the over.
Yeah, it's got to be 7 or 8 goals, I would think, here. The way, I love Buffalo on the road. Probably take them on the puck line just to make sure. But I think with the way the Sabres can score, even with against Igor, definitely think the Rangers can get theirs. I mean, they're the $2 favorite here. So I would think 7 or 8 goals seems likely in this game. I don't know, Mindy. Probably a premium for me if you didn't do it. I would have probably eaten this one and made it a premium. So let me call it a freemium today with you, and let's put it on our card.
Sounds
Let's
good.
go over. Is anybody with us here in the chat? Over here. How many people have sent a voice text and made a mistake and immediately had to explain themselves? Ziggy leaning over. Neil says, hammer the over. It's all about the over. Hey, Barry Smith, good to have you. He said, talk about that last game, Mindy, but you see, he's at least got somebody with us there.
Right.
Demetrius here, puck line, Buffalo. I agree. We're on the over, though. Here's our play here on the show. Consensus play. Paul, so our premium, two things here. Was talking. I know we're going long, Mindy. I'm sorry. Premium pick is on our show here when Mindy and I agree. We call it a consensus pick, but it gives us a premium pick that we put on our website, tonyspicks.com. But Mindy and I also have, I want to say these are our second tier selections. We try to make these as strong as we can, but we do kind of save our best picks that we sell. We're touts, quite frankly, here on the air. And we sell our picks over at tonyspicks.com, our best picks every day. So, but we come on here making a pick on every game because why not? What have you got to lose? Takia over. We said that. TJ over. And Butterscotch. All right, Mindy. Run another one there for sure with the Rangers and Sabres going over. And our hockey's been pretty strong, no doubt. All right, Stars and Red Wings. The Stars here on the road, $1.80. The total is 6. 6 flat, pretty much, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and hit the over 6 on this one as well here. Over 4-0 in the Stars last 4 and 5-0 in the Red Wings last 5 Monday games, Ramon. It's Monday. I'm going to take the over 6.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe today's Monday and I seem to be pretty excitable today. So maybe you guys have more energy on Monday. I don't know. When I think of Dallas on the road, though, I kind of think of under a little bit. And I think Red Wings, I'm not sure, against Ottinger. So let me take Dallas. I'm going to take Dallas. I'm going to lay a big favorite here. I don't do it often. I think you guys can vouch for me, but I'm just going to lay the Stars money line. Maybe a goal if you want to make it a goal, 1 goal line here. I'm okay with that. Try to get a good price for you. Nothing I can do. I'm going to take the Stars. They're not overly problem. My price is $1.65, Mindy, but I don't think they're going to lose this game. So
Sure.
kind of that argument we were just making, or not argument, but discussion we were just having. Let me see here. Stars puck line is a lock here for Curtis. Okay, that might sway me a little bit. Stars in regulation. Look, this is some big, strong support here from 2 of our guys. Demetrius also on Stars. So, in Dallas in regulation, I often forget just because I don't promote it as such because we don't have that, right? But always a way to reduce your price a little bit. And who wants to rely on that crazy 3-on-3 shootout? That's always a bummer. It's exciting, don't get me wrong. Red Wings and under here. Total fade job by Ziggy. That's all right. We love you, Ziggy.
Yeah, the premium was the over in the game.
Yeah, good. Yep. That's I know that's what I'm. Yeah, my premium was I was going to be a premium if we didn't play that together here, right? I get it. Steve, Dallas regulation. All right, Mindy, we've got you're on Dallas. I'm on the over. Or no, I mean I'm on Dallas. You're on the over.
Correct.
Okay. Wild and Blackhawks. Wild, a $3 favorite here, and the total 6 under 15, going up just a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna go over here as well. Wild is 6-1 in the last 7 here, and the over is 4-1 in the Blackhawks last 5 overall as well. Wild allowing almost 3 goals a game. I don't know if they'll do it here tonight, but I'm taking it over.
All right. I know no one wants to take the Blackhawks anymore, but I'm going to take them on the puck line here. I couldn't dream up a handicap that could put me necessarily on the Blackhawks here, other than the fact that Minnesota isn't overwhelming on the road when it comes to laying the big numbers. They've been susceptible in this type of spot before, getting just a 1-goal victory type of thing. So Curtis thinks probably blowout though here, and Minnesota's definitely continuing to look pretty strong. So that's okay. I'm going to take the Blackhawks puck line. Mindy's on the over. Ziggy would take the under. I'm not crazy about the price. Wild in the over here. That the under was juiced. So Demetrius on the Wild and over. And Butterscotch coming in with the angle from the Chicago correspondent.
Right. At the United
5.5 over 30. All right, Mindy could go for that. Let's get through this, Mindy. I'm sorry here. Predators and Flames, Saros and Markstrom. I don't know there was any confirmed goalies at all, but go ahead with this one. Flames, a huge favorite, and they haven't been playing. Yeah, they haven't been playing well at all.
Right. Yeah, I was looking at the Predators here, plus 1.5 goals, sitting at minus 160. Both teams have been playing, I don't know, okay, right? Predators scoring about 3 goals a game, Flames scoring about 3 goals a game. I think they can keep it close here. I'm going to take the Predators on the puck line.
Okay, we do have some confirmed goalies in there. Leon for Florida now. Confirmed Kemper for Washington, which was important on that 5.5. Sogard for Ottawa. Buffalo may go with Levy in there. Shesterkin for the Rangers, likely. That's about it looks like. So, yeah, Mindy, how can I pass on now? I think Nashville's playing a little bit better, certainly, than Calgary. And, maybe Calgary has it that they're not profitable at home at all. That's for sure. They've actually been quite bad. I think look at this. Plenty of support for Nashville. Wow. Demetrius. Nashville plus. I don't mind the money line either, Butterscotch, but I'll go with Mindy here. Let's take them consensus play. Ziggy, though, does like Calgary on that money line. He also likes the under. But Steve F is with us. Nashville puck line. And Curtis, also Nashville puck line. Paul says, recommending a little parlay there with those other games though. Got it. Okay, and a few more here. Predators plus 1.5. TJ will go the other way. LA goal and a half. So a little bit of discrepancy, but I think enough to consider it, Mindy. Somewhat of a consensus. So I will say this, Paul, as far as your comment is concerned, though, that Mindy and I do not offer any parlays as premiums. That's just not our style, or maybe I should say not in the system either. But I don't think you'd see many touts for making too many premium parlays. I know there's videos out there with parlays, and people like There's no doubt, Mindy. People love parlays, and hey, I'm down for a parlay now and then. Are you?
Me?
Mindy Cohn?
Sometimes.
All right.
Like, it's one of those that it has to be. I sometimes do it like, for the basketball where they're getting like, plus 20. I
Oh, like
might
a big. Oh,
put them
okay.
all together in like a big teaser, that sort of
Oh.
thing.
You've heard of fan the flames. Corday says fade the flames. TJ gives an exact score, 4-2. Okay, here we go. We're almost done, Mindy. Let's take a look next at the Kraken going up against the Coyotes. And the Kraken here, 225 on the road, 6.5 over 15.
I would like the Kraken on the puck line, please. That's where I'm
Woo.
headed here. Plus a 104. I'd like to get a little bit of plus money. Go Kraken.
Woo, Mindy, going on with your Kraken here on the road against a team that I'm certainly not shy of going with on the puck line at home.
I know.
Arizona. Arizona took some steam in this game. I will say that. And here is looks like Butter. It looks like you were just. Are you sure you weren't reading Butterscotch's chat comment?
I'll show it. Here it is. There it is. There it is.
Wow, look at that exclusive information. You guys, look at how fancy that information. That's like valuable data. Screenshot that.
You got at least 2 premiums on there in the green.
Wow.
If you rewind it.
Puck line, they're all with you, Mindy. How you guys are going against my Arizona Coyotes here? Walking, spotted, there.
Late, I guess.
Ziggy would go over. I would almost usually go over. I'm going to take the under this time. And we did, Bear. We opened with baseball, so. And Kraken minus 2.5. Boy, you guys are on the Kraken for sure. I guess I'm going to scratch off Arizona here from being a premium puck line. You guys are hot on this Kraken team today. Now, here's the thing. I mean, I love the Kraken on the road, but I love Arizona at home. So what to do? I was all ready to be like, I'm going on Arizona. Look at me. I'm an attention whore. I'm going to just back off of that now. I'm going to take the under. Even though I would say that when I think these teams produce more overs than Seattle on the road, Arizona at home. But I think in this particular matchup, I think it ends up being an under. Oh no, Arizona's terrible, Steve, no doubt. But betting wise, they're absolutely terrific. Walking Spotted Bear has dropped acid. Okay. Woo!
Missed the whole weekend, I guess, right?
Huh?
Missed the weekend. Got to catch up now.
He dropped acid on Friday night. He's just now fully recovered on Monday.
That's what I said. He has a lot to go back to check out.
These are the greenest trees in the world. The fish are swimming in the building. Okay. All right. Here we go. Almost done. I'm just crazy today, aren't I? Canucks and Kings. Kings here minus $1.80. Total 6.5.
Well, I'm going to go Canucks here on the puck line today. I think they can go ahead, keep it close. Canucks here 25-13 on that road puck line. That's where I'll be heading today.
I don't mind that because I really don't know what's going to happen. And I mean, Kings should win. I mean, they're, I don't know, maybe $1.85 is the right, maybe $1.80 is the right price. Feels like the right price. I don't know if there's have any in my implied value one way or the other. What's the line movement been like? Because boy, it opened up mostly 75, 80, a little bit of $1.95 over there at DraftKings. So maybe there's some value on the Kings, but can't be more than 10 cents. I don't know. I mean, it seems like a massive over. Canucks they've been doing a nice job. Let's do it, Mindy.
Taking the Canucks?
Well, again, $1.55. Okay, I can get behind that. If the feels like a 1-goal game, 4-3, 4-3 or 3-2. That's I can't make up my mind, but that's where I would be at. Kings win 4-3 or 3-2. Generally, I would think with the Canucks on the road and the Kings at home, 7 goals would seem more likely. But I don't know, the matchup itself could lend itself to a low scoring game, and we don't know Copley. Is he going to be? Might be Corpusalo now. I'm seeing, so maybe I'll have to readjust my handicap since it's our last game and we've taken 2 hours. I'll just go with Canucks with you for puck line play. All right, that's it. Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get to those 2 games, right? All right, just got a couple plays for you here on the basketball tomorrow. Not much of a handicap here. We know what's going on, though, anyways. I mean, with the 2 teams, maybe I call it the injury report. Make sure it's not like it's going to be a late season game, Mindy, when it comes to the injuries. But we also want to get the lines to you, I think, as well. Most of you already started to look at these 2 matchups, Miami and Atlanta. In this one, game opened about 5, maybe even as high as 5.5, and is down to 4.5 at a few spots. So maybe there's been some move to Atlanta here on the road. Total sitting at 227.5. Opened 228 or so. I'm starting to see actually some 226s and a half. Some pretty significant movement, I'd say, to the under. Now, there is on the injury report, Young is listed as questionable. And we did see, man, kind of turning into a pretty enigmatic player. Is Trae Young going to end up on that list of who's when it comes to the NBA? I mean, I don't want to name names, but you guys know Murray also questionable. Collins, Capella, Bogdo, they're all questionable for Atlanta. Those are significant. Butler questionable for Miami. Maybe just because the end of the season. I mean, you got to play. I mean, this is it. This is for for the future. You gotta play in this game. So here's Hawks plus 4.5. Mindy, entering those winners.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. There's a bunch of them. There was 10.
Yeah, you better. Yeah. Corday, Hawks. Let's get everybody's plays in here. Corday, Hawks, lean to Hawks. These are just going to be my pick here. I'm going to go with the under in this one for sure. For sure in this one. I'm on the under. Make no mistake. And one more game here. Timberwolves and Lakers. The Lakers here are -7. And the total 229. This one opened interestingly. I mean, we're seeing the Timberwolves are a mess right now. We know that. I mean, if anything, right, the Lakers have been just pretty terrific. What can you say down the stretch as far as turning it around a little bit? I say it half jokingly, but they did what they needed to do, and they did it kind of convincingly, and definitely have a little bit of an upward arrow if they were a stock, right? So they opened maybe as low as 5.5, and now they're up to 7 because all of a sudden the Timberwolves are fighting each other in the huddle. They're punching each other. They're apologizing to each other on social media. Probably not. Don't have the. They're like me. They don't have the balls to call someone on the phone and apologize. So the Timberwolves all of a sudden have turned into a complete mess at absolutely the wrong time of the season. I'm going to go under 229 in this one. It opened as high as what, 232 and a half, you guys? Is that what you guys saw? So now all the way down to 229. I expect both these totals actually to go lower. So that's why I'm gonna recommend them today. I didn't tell Mindy I was gonna do it, so I didn't ask her about her outlook. And yeah, I would expect maybe a premium in one of them or so, whatever she's doing. So thanks everybody. Oh, let
I
me
guess
get
I'm
the
planting money tree seeds.
Ooh.
That's what I'm doing. Yes.
I wonder, we really like being on Tony's channel, and we're getting proud to be part of all these views. But I wonder if we could make if we knew how to plant a money. I bet that would get a lot of views on YouTube. Thank you, Butterscotch. Check out my next video, planting money trees. You wouldn't even have to plant; you'd just get a lot of views. All right, thanks, Curtis. Picks, zombies, scotch, Ziggy Balls. Let's take a look. Mindy, here are the plays. Head on over to our website, tonyspicks.com, where you find our premium picks. Absolutely our best picks every day over there at Morning Steam.
At Morning Steam, every day at Morning Steam.
At tonyspicks.com, use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. If you missed these plays that we're showing you on the screen right now, you can purchase them in our packages right there that you see, especially our 3-day and our 7-day. Say you're going to be on vacation or you don't have time to watch a show, we organize it all for you. And just know that we profit from those in our commission. So please don't look at it as trying to take you for any money. The plays are absolutely free, and there they are right there on your screen. But just to make note of that, you can subscribe to the picks as well. Let me do that again, Mindy. White Sox, Cleveland under, Orioles over, Pirates run line, Miami money line, Reds run line, Red Sox over, Nationals run line, Brewers money line, Dodgers under. I will say this, Mindy, last time we loaded up a little bit, I don't want to say uncomfortably, we put up a pretty good number. So about, I don't know, it was about 7 or 10 days ago, something like that, if you remember that day. Islanders under, Sabres over, Predators puck line, and Canucks puck line. Thank you, everybody. We're off tomorrow, so maybe that's why I was extremely more giddy today. We'll be back on Wednesday with you for more Morning Steam. Let me get Paul here real quick. What's more difficult to correctly pick? NBA? I think don't be swayed maybe by maybe if you got just disillusioned a little bit by what happened over the last, I take it back. Yes, over the last month of the season, right? But also we know because of the player not playing and things like that, Mindy. But I think in general, do you have any answer for this? Personally?
I mean, I'm trying to think, right? I would say probably NBA. Would be because of the way that they do set guys out periodically. I would say maybe NBA would probably be toughest. I'd say.
Okay.
I'm just
I
trying
don't
to think.
know if I want to put
I don't
any.
know if I have any sport that really like stands out. Because other than that, I feel like geez, the 64 tournament like totally blew me up this season.
Well,
So
but
I was
again,
like, hey, maybe college basketball during the tournament. I was terrible at
those
that.
are extremely short sample sizes too,
Right.
and if you just, but again, I mean, you can see there are certain times when NBA. I mean, I know you had one long, winning streak of NBA games during the
But I
season.
do a lot more totals than anything in the NBA.
Well,
Right?
I mean, they all pay the same.
Right.
So, right? I mean, no one's ever going to criticize someone, right? If they say, yeah, but all you pick are, well, I think I was right. Oh, look at Ramon. I mean, look at all these hockey units, but all you pick are totals, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe if I was just stuck betting sides in basketball or in the NBA, that might be more difficult. But I don't necessarily always find totals to be that difficult. And I think Ramon's under that same theory, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I do believe that for me, the pace of a game is easier to predict than sometimes the winner of the game, because those things sometimes can end up in a little bit of more luck is involved in who wins than how the game is played tempo wise in time sports a little bit. And again, like you look at hockey. I mean, there are more games ending in 5, 6, and 7 than there are ending in 1, 2, 8, and 9. And I think the same is said for baseball, even though there's far more variance in a baseball score than a hockey score, for sure. Especially this year.
But I think so
So
much is dictated by starting pitching, for me.
yes, well, that's true. That as well. But again, everyone, at the end of the season, everybody's going to have the same ERAs that are 3, 4, or 5,
True, right? True.
or 6s or 7s. Looking at some of these guys right now. Thanks a lot, everybody. We catch you again. More Mornings team. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. Thank you so much for all of your support, and another week in the books. And I understand. I think we're guaranteed to be on next week. So, all right, everyone. Thanks, and Paul. Great job from you today. Maybe we've actually had you one. I think I might have introduced you as a newbie, but I don't know. It feels like you've been here maybe once or twice, popped your head and said hello. So, anyways, thank you, and thanks to everybody. All right, for Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye bye.